like you feel that's bad. Okay, in theory, this. Hi guys, welcome to the video. In this one, we're going to be reviving this, my friend's 1988 Ford Mustang Foxbody. I got that right, yeah?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Was it actually recording the entire time, or did you turn it off?
Are you recording now?
Yeah, I'm recording right now. We'll cut the majority of all this out, and it'll just be, you know, a nice smooth transition. It'll come up, big, as sort of works, and then we'll be talking about the car. But this is my friend Chris. And this is Chris's recent purchase, a 5.0 manual Mustang. It's kind of cool in that it's 5.0 and manual. It's not cool in the fact that it hasn't been serviced since
1990, a Canadian tyre.
Yeah, so it hasn't been serviced since it came out of Canada, and it's been landed in the UK since 1991, and then briefly went to Spain for a bit. Then it came back to the UK. Zero service history with the car, because why would there be? It hasn't been serviced in 32 years. So the first thing we're going to do is, because it's developed a significant misfire, is service it. So service for this is going to entail spark plugs, oil filter, oil, air filter, fuel filter. You've also got distributor cap, leads, rotor. We also need to have a good look at the brakes, because I strongly suspect that this is going to need a significant amount of brake work, or at least some. You might need pads and discs, you might be lucky. And then after that, it should hopefully be not the most dangerous thing to drive in the world. So, yeah. Oh, he's also got these different wheels, which I hate. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. We'll start with the general engine service. So you know when we said this hasn't been serviced since 91, not lying to you on that, because this, I don't know if you can see here, is Motomaster, made in Canada. This car has been in the UK, well, originally came to the UK and registered here in 1991. All the service parts on it, oil filter, spark plugs, everything are Motomaster in Canada. Right, so if you start on that side, get the plugs out. And I've got the pipe work and stuff to get off here. Someone's on, yeah. Headers are a little warm still, by the way. Don't know if you've touched them.
I've touched them.
They're not like boiling, but they're like a temperature where you can touch them for a few moments. There we go. There's all those plug leads off.
Oh man, the plug's hot.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know why, we just grabbed that in.
Ah, it's stuck in there. Stuck. You can see here further what I was talking about with this no service since Canada thing, because the plugs here, Motomaster Groove plugs. Well, the spark plugs we got to go into this are Autolite 25s. They were just stock replacement plug-in actually available over here, because that's the other problem we've been running into, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah.
Just parts that we can actually get here in the UK that we can fit to this. Spent about an hour researching part numbers and stuff, trying to get, you know, what we should actually get that we wouldn't have to ship over. Yep. So those four are all in, all tight. Have you got all your plugs off your side?
They're all what?
Have you got all your leads off? Yeah.
Yeah,
So. Sweet. Right stuff. So. Goodbye, old distributor cap. Please release from what the. Okay, great. These leads, you can see they're pretty old and tired, and I believe it was in, whoops, it's in the 8, all rusty inside. Maybe you can see it properly on the camera and see if I can get it to focus. Focus. Yeah, it's all like rust inside there. So yeah, that's gotta be it.
There it is.
Right. Okay. So make sure you keep that way around, yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Nice. New one.
Beautiful.
Great stuff. Right.
Started.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, so excellent news. We now have new rotor on for the nightmare that was, and the cap. This cap looks,
Like a cap.
yep. So, there we go, cap. Fantastic news. Right, so it's in the one up here. Da-da-da-da. One. That famous Ford firing order of one over and over again. You got one. So we've got 1, 3. Right, so that's the plugs now done, as well as the plug wires, distributor, rotor, everything replaced. So make sure that we did that right by starting the car up again, but to do that we've got to fit all the EGR stuff back. So I'm going to start fitting that back together, and then while we're doing that we may as well just change this air filter.
Those repeating patterns where your brain tries to fill in the blind spots.
Yeah.
Like, you just won't drink all year, then he'll go like, he'll find specifically an all-inclusive and then drink as much San Miguel and wine as he can.
Wiping this down, 'cause it's absolutely filthy.
Yep.
Right, great stuff. Well, now that's a little bit cleaner. Put that new air filter in. You got clean hands, haven't you? No. Then what are you touching the air filter for? Thank you very much. Remove this bit of tape that's on it for some reason. Is this going to fit? Yes, perfect, it fits. Excellent news. It weren't sold the wrong part. So much French written on this car.
Just coat the lungs of your enemies.
What was that?
Just coating the lungs of your enemies.
Yeah. Get on there, come on. There we go. Right. So, just screw this up and then this should be ready to start. So now with all the plugs, the rotor cap, rotor and leads replaced, plus the air filter, but I don't think that was causing a misfire. We'll see if that was the misfire, and if it wasn't, well, we're still changing some stuff anyway, so we've got to change more stuff. Start it up, Chris, see if it runs. So it's still knock. So next thing, I actually reckon this is probably, oh my god, I reckon this is probably fuel filter because it's still not running great. So luckily we have one. So let's get it up in the air, change that, and while we're there we'll probably drain the oil and everything as well, because I'm assuming this still has the same oil it's had since 1990. So we got a Wix filter and some oil to go on. Then, if I'm hoping these things sort this misfire and it's not some weird electrical component that hasn't been produced since the 80s. We're underneath, and this is the main reason why we bought it. Because, well, the main reason I told Chris to buy it actually. It is fairly clean underneath, which is a surprise. I mean, you know, there's surface rust everywhere, but for a car that came to the UK, like, I mean, the rear bumper's got some grot on it, but it's not too bad. Like, car, a US import that's been in the UK for most of its life, and then went to Spain, which I think might have been what saved it, the hot climate in Spain. So, yeah, sills, they're fine. This one's a bit crushed, and I'll be jacking it from there. But, as you can see, underneath, not very bad at all. Yeah, we're gonna get on to the fuel filter, which is back here, in a nice little spot, there. So, fuel filter, up here, loose. So, did I loosen that?
Don't remember you loosening that now.
Okay. That's the clip off. Plastic clip.
Yeah.
Yeah, judging from the quality of the petrol that has come out onto my hand, that fuel filter is pretty bad. Okay, good news. Oh, shit, that way. Ah! Oh, that's varnish. Look at that. Can I see that on the camera?
I hope so. That is not clean.
Look at the colour of that. Oh, look.
Beautiful.
So, new filter. I'm going to put this end on first. Because, and I'm going to put it on the correct way around, because I'm not an imbecile. There we go, we're all the way through. That's on. So, jam this in the hole. Over the top. Okay. Good stuff. We have another fuel filter in there. While we're down here and we've got the car up in the air, let's just change the oil. See this oil filter? Probably just about to see it. Moto Master. So, Foxbody, 2 sump plugs.
I'm going to come in with the bucket.
Yeah. Oh, it's moving, it's moving. Lovely.
Right, the bucket's coming up then.
It's nice having somebody else with the bucket. Although I bet you'll still get covered in oil.
Yeah.
It's like a channel trope. I don't know if you've seen, you know, my other videos.
Yeah, you're getting covered in stuff.
Like me just getting covered in oil or coolant.
Put it closer up. That's not
Oh,
looking too good.
The good news is you don't have like a load of metal shavings on your.
No.
Well, I was really close to my hat going in that then, wasn't I?
You was, yeah.
Yep, there we go. Yep, we're moving. Alright, if you lift the oil tub up.
There's the thing above your head.
What's that? There's not really any way to get it nice. Oh, it's spinning.
Delicious.
There we go. This apparently takes 5 quarts, which is near enough 5 litres. So if we just dump 4.5 in, should be fine. Come on. How can I not unscrew an oil cap? Fucking going to the gym for something.
This is why.
I really need some proper grips for this, but this is just... I refuse to go and get another tool to open a bottle of oil. Oh, here we go, here we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So up to the fill line, but we haven't started it yet, so start it, let that oil filter fill up, and then
Top it off.
I imagine it'll probably need another half litre or something. Alright, so it's now just at the minimum, so put that cap off, mate. Better?
Oh yeah, you're in the middle of it now.
Okay. Right. So, unfortunately, it is still idling a bit rough. However, it seems to be dry, a little better under, throttle. So what we're going to do is just take it out for a little drive, see if we've cured part of the significant misfire. Hopefully we have. If not, we'll have to do some further investigation. But we'll just take it out for a drive now. Probably bring you guys along and we'll see what happens. Well, misfire hasn't gone.
Nope.
Nope. Do you reckon it's the petrol?
Could be.
Okay, so after that drive, very short drive because still missing pretty bad. So you've bought one of them old school EEC IV night readers. It's kind of like an OBD1 reader, so we'll see what that will tell us, if that tells us anything. I mean, I don't know what it's going to be. Right, so made some slight progress. Plugged in this old school OBD reader. Got 3 codes out of it. One of them was cooling temperature sensor out of specified range, which kind of makes sense because I don't think the temp gauge worked. We got 23, which is the throttle position signal out of range, which we're going to try and sort out in a minute. And we also got 33, which is the EGR valve not opening properly. Now, after a little bit of research into that, it seems like that could be that the EGR valve isn't opening properly, or it could be a vacuum leak of some form somewhere that's causing that to come up. So we can take that intake manifold off and inspect underneath it and see if there's any, you know, blatantly obvious vacuum hoses that are cracked. I mean, I can't see any from here, but you kind of don't normally see until you dive into it. Yeah, for now I'm going to set up this TPS sensor. Don't think that'll be the issue, but I'm just going to see if we can set that to the range and then go from there.
That's pretty fucking nice.
Because you're far away from them. Right, so last night we went through it. The TPS sensor, we couldn't get to the voltage that they wanted it to be. It was a 0.88, so 0.98 volts to 0.99 volts. We could only get it to 0.92, was it? 0.91.
Yeah.
As much wiggling as we did, couldn't really get it any higher than that. Ordered another TPS sensor. We was going around the engine, just spraying easy start, trying to look for vacuum leaks. Just when we sprayed near the back of the intake, and here we had changing idle, raise the idle a bit, so I think there's probably a vacuum leak around the back somewhere there. Had a look through the hoses, can't see it on any of the hoses, so we've ordered some new manifold gaskets for the inlet manifold, and hopefully when we take that off, hopefully we'll see like an obvious vacuum leak there that's causing all these issues. Right. So next thing for us to do is have a look at these brakes. Pretty sure this is going to need at least front pads and discs. Hopefully the calipers aren't seized. Hopefully they're not, and we can get them pushed back, and then we can get some new discs and pads, and then the rears will disassemble, see what they're like. Hopefully there's no leaks in the cylinder or anything, but we'll find out. This disc has got a very large groove in it. Like you feel that's bad.
Yep.
So this needs changing, pads will need changing too. Oh. We have some rotation. I feel like a lot of these parts have been off semi-recently. Yeah, because they're coming off and they're like, this is slightly lubricated. I genuinely feel like someone's been going through this, but not replacing anything. How are you incapable of taking the wheel off, man? What's that? You've got it, you've got it. Well done. Okay, we're moving. Has the pad started to come? Oh, I think it has moved up actually. So great news, that's off. This fresh hell is off. Definitely need new ones. There's some pretty significant grooving on this side of the disc. On this side, it's almost ballooned up. It's very strange. As you can see on the back of the disc here, it's almost like this is, you can push it in, like not lots, but a little bit. Like it's almost like it's ballooned up. It's a very strange sort of, you can kind of feel it kind of move in as you push it. It's like, I think it's like inside it started to rust, like inside here, it started to maybe swell up or something, like the disc's almost delamming. I don't know. Very strange. Really weird. So we'll get some new pads and discs ordered. We'll go and have a look at the backs. Is the handbrake on?
I don't think so.
So, from what I can tell, this literally should just come off. I'm stuck to the, there we go. There's still meat on it and it's sandable, we can clean that up. Oh, they're on there, not coming off. Sometimes they can like pull away from here. So, I've had new handbrake cables. Cylinder, are you leaking? This cylinder's old as hell. No, can't see a leak there. What about this side? No, no leak there. I don't see any leaks or nothing, which is good news. So I think what it's going to be for this is sand. Yeah. This part. This side, very nasty. Oh wow, he's alive. That one's dead.
That was dead.
Yeah, that one just moved.
That looks fresh as hell.
What the hell is he? What are we doing?
Dust him into the bin.
I don't really want him anywhere near me.
He'll be in the bin. Oh,
He's there.
Oh, he lives in the garage now.
Okay, here we go. So good news. There's no spiders inside there. They're not leaking brake fluid. That's good. Alright, so that's both rear brake drums now sanded. There's no leaks or nothing on them, so they'll probably just get rebled when we bleed the brakes for the front. Just gonna put these other wheels on, just see how they look on it, just because, well, we've got all the wheels off anyway. That'll be it for today until we get some new parts when the order comes in. There we go. New, well, to this Mustang anyway, wheel. Nice.
Did you get that?
Did you? Going to talk about
the perils of tweakers and catalytic converters.
Yeah. Right, so it's been a few weeks because we've been waiting for parts, and unfortunately in that time someone has decided that they wanted to try and steal the catalytic converter off this. Well, the catalytic converters. Luckily they didn't manage to take them. They cut here, here, they cut this EGR here, and they've cut halfway here and there, and somehow didn't manage to get them out because, I don't know, probably ran out of charge in the sawzall or something. But yeah, so what we're going to do is finish the job. Cut this here, here, well, it's already cut here, cut there, and he's just going to run open headers for now. Cut these off so nobody else can weigh them in. So if you've recently been in Wolverhampton trying to steal the catalytic converters on a Foxbody, just comment down below, let me know, you know. Bonk. Glad I was wearing a hat. exhaustless Foxbody.
Right, it's got 2 cats.
Shut up. Still misfires. That way more it wants to, yeah, higher voltage, so didn't undo this bit. Oh shit, yeah, 0.99. Perfect. I'm hoping that with this TPS now set, that maybe that was the misfire. No, it won't be, but let's find out. Okay, so that wasn't the problem. Who would have known? It is time for us to replace this ignition coil, which I believe to be in here somewhere underneath this stuff. So get that off, change that. We're going to have a look at the timing once I've done that, because I've cleaned off the timing markers on the thing. And you've given me a screwdriver for what reason?
Just in case.
So yeah, I'm going to change the coil, have a look at the timing, sort that out. This now should.
There it is.
Yeah.
Right, I'll put the new coil.
I don't know. Wow. There's an old one.
Does it look the same vaguely?
Visually, yes, similar. Right. Connector back in. Yep. Great. Okay, so let's start that up, shall we?
Yeah.
See what it looks like. After replacing this, it seems to rev a little bit nicer. So we're going to check the timing, and then after that I think it'll be probably just trying seeing what it's like under load, because that's where it was misfiring. The timing was only a degree or 2 out, so it wasn't that really. So we're just going to just drop it down the floor, see if any of the changes we've made so far make a difference to the misfire under load. Nope, still problems. Alright, so still does not run particularly well. Seems, I mean, is better a thing? Do you think it's better?
Sounds better, but I don't know if that was the lack of exhaust.
Yeah, I don't like.
Because it's not as loud of a noise.
Yeah, it's not as loud as a noise, but I don't know if it was just the fact that there's no exhaust on it too. Because I think what it was doing was knocking the exhaust into the body.
Yeah. It's not changing gaskets, no, it's just a vacuum.
Yeah, that's what we can do, I think. It's vacuum or it's fuel, isn't it?
Yep.
So. Sort of. There you go.
There it is. Big bolts on it.
Yeah. So this. Right, so where else is it still attached? I found part problem. That should be connected at the other end. I think we're nearly there. Nearly there. Yes. Right. Now, the truth. In theory, this should just be attached by one more thing. There we go. Right. So,
Moment
now,
of truth, part 6.
in theory, yes. Pretty sure found the problem. It is this PCV valve. I don't know if you saw earlier in the footage when I said I think I found the problem. It was at this bung, which is supposed to be in the back of the intake manifold, just there. This was popped out like this, and then this pipe also, which went onto the top of here, is pretty split and was also sitting like that. So I'm gonna guess that that is probably not good. I'm just about to put my lips to that. So what I'm gonna do is clean up this and this bung, and then there's a little bit of gauze in there as well. I'll clean that. We'll try and find a bit of hose that I can replace this with. And then there's also a few vacuum hoses under here which are not looking the sharpest, so also going to replace those, put it back together, and then hopefully those are all the issues. So while we're here, we can pretty easily get to this temp sender, so we may as well replace that.
Yep.
This here, yeah, from there to there, that needs replacing. Okay. This one, we're getting somewhere. Here is PCV valve. It now moves freely. I mean, it was kind of moving okay, but now it moves like super freely. Like there's no issue whatsoever moving. So that will go back in. I'm just cleaning the gauze part that was inside as well. This is all hoovered out now, so it looks a lot cleaner. Hopefully we'll have the intake thrown back on in the next 20 minutes.
Can you have a look?
Yes. Yes. Sorry, no. Set temp sensor. Uh-oh, that was silly of me. Chris?
Jeez, you're right.
Yeah. Yes. We're threading. Right. Okay. Start mounting this inlet manifold back on. Changed a lot of hoses. This is the one that popped off before. So this comes out here. I've got to go this way around. Nope. So has to fit this way. Okie doke.
Look at that.
Have you got the weight of it? Yeah.
It's gonna go
That clips.
that goes underneath, eh?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, we're going down, down.
Let's get a torch. Put it down. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Just have to juggle it.
Yeah, that's definitely. Is there a torque sequence for these, Chris? Can you look it up, please? Come on, click. Can you? Yep. Yep. Okay. Try and pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're running him. And then we'll run it, see what it does.
Jesus, this thing.
5-0 plate back on for good luck. Yeah. About the moment of truth, see if that was the problem. Chris, if you'd like to do the honours, start. So that's it for part one of this Foxbody revival. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. I haven't. If you have, please like, comment and subscribe. I know a lot of you guys watching this won't be subscribed. I have a significant amount of viewers that aren't currently subscribed. So if you are one of those people, please do consider subscribing. I have lots of this sort of interesting content where I fix old stuff that's not really working properly, or I clean it sometimes as well.
Have you seen a pair of green gloves? They're mine and I need them for work.
Yeah, in the next one, hopefully this thing works properly and we can drive it, is the main thing, really.
Yeah.
That'd be nice to have a working Mustang.
We swapped hats. Well, moral of the story is Dave coming here.